none of us are immune from sometimes instinctually behaving a bit like a dog does if it thinks you might be able to take its food bowl away, a little instinctually. So we encounter this kind of instinctual kind of clinging to views, whether they're spiritual or otherwise, when we encounter differences and strong differences, whether those differences we encounter be about our understanding of what God, truth, or reality is, whether those differences center around approaches to walking the spiritual path, or, dare I say it, whether they're about different approaches and points of view about COVID and the vaccine, which, of course, is what's up in our culture right now. And given that I sit on the board of the Association for Spiritual Integrity, this week I have been dealing with so many letters from different spiritual communities who are dealing with that difference and polarity starting to cause challenges and difficulties within all sorts of spiritual communities. So we must not, I felt I must bring it up so as to not ignore the elephant in the room. Because this Sangha is a Sangha that's about living grace, isn't it? And when we encounter strong differences that relate to our felt sense of survival, that we become very identified with, that can really challenge us to live grace. And given that we cannot avoid differences, and differences aren't wrong, we want to be able to learn how to work with them more gracefully. So given I've been speaking about my interfaith roots today, I want to share with you an interfaith principle that originally came out of Rabbi Gelberman's understanding of the term. And it's always been very dear to my heart, and it helps me a great deal when I counter my own rigidity. And he said that unity is not uniformity. I notice that, every time I remember that, I turn back into that, my heart takes a deep breath, as if my deep heart feels the openness that principle helps me to be with, to recognize I can have my view, you can have your view. We're not supposed to not have our views. And given that we are all souls of God emerging in distinct locations within the infinite matrix of totality, we will see things uniquely from where we are, from our location, and from our life experience, and from so many things. But how can we have our view and not use it to create unnecessary division? And how can we have our view but remain open to continued learning and expansion, deeper truth?